Welcome everyone to Yoga Core. My name's Cooper, and I'll be guiding you through the class, which focuses on the areas of the core of the torso, inside the thighs, lower back, and the obliques. We'll get started with a breathing exercise, but first, I take time to have some sort of theme. And these days, I have this mindfulness deck, which I really love. And this is one of the random cards that I pulled, and it's called Say Yes. Okay. In this practice of saying yes, we say yes to everyone and everything that happens. So maybe you're going to do this one day, or you're going to one day out of the week, or maybe you do it the full week. When you notice the impulse to disagree, consider whether it is necessary. Could you just nod or even be silent but pleasant? Whenever it is not dangerous to you or others, agree with others and with what is happening in your life. So think about that concept. This task helps us see how often we take a stance that is negative or oppositional. If we are able to watch our mind when someone is talking to us, particularly if they are asking us to do something, we can see our thoughts forming defenses and counter arguments. Can we resist the desire to disagree verbally when the issue is not critical? Not expressing opposition helps us to let go of self-centered views and see that our personal opinion is actually not so important after all. It's surprising how often our disagreement with another person is actually unimportant and only serves to increase our distress and the suffering of those around us. Saying yes can be energizing, since habitual resistance is a persistent drain to our life energy. Isn't that crazy? I love this. So it's called Say Yes. All right, let's get started with a breathing exercise. Let's sit up tall. All right, so think about your torso really tall. And since your pelvis tilts back and forth, what I want you to do is press your tail down so your pelvis comes closer to your nose. It'll help you pull in that area underneath your navel called the Mula Bandha. The Mula Bandha here, it's a binding of your abdomen, and its sole purpose is, one of the purposes is to support your lower back. It's also important in digestion. But for this particular segment, or this core segment, it is to protect your lower back and to help you in the stances. All right, so let's set up really tall. The next thing to think about is your chin. Bring your chin in so that your ears are over your shoulders. All right. Now get really long. I'm shooting energy up out of my head, dropping my chin a little bit. And now we're going to narrow our breathing to our nostrils. So inhale, exhale. Same amount of time. Create a soft smile. And the reason we do this prior to our class is to get ourselves prepared into the present moment, forgetting all that's happened earlier today and all that's to happen later on. And it also gets us used to breathing inside our practice. After all, yoga is known as meditation in motion. And at the end of the class, we'll do a nice Shavasana, which helps us really relax. Great. So now that we have that going, let's flutter open our eyes and get started. All right. Let's get into an all fours stance. So coming off, what I like to sit on is a riser. It's also known as a block. All right. Let's plant the hands in a star-like position with straight arms underneath the shoulders. Your knees come underneath your hips. Really spread wide. And now press down on the pads of your fingers And notice what's happening in between your shoulders. You really got a straight head and neck in line with your spine. On your exhale, let's get into a cat position with our spine arching, your head and your tail tucked. Ooh, really press in. And now exaggerating this pose, let's go round and round. You're going to feel your wrists. Let's go the other way. Okay, and now settle in the middle here. On the exhale, we're going to go into the cow position. So bend your elbows, drop your torso down, bring your head and your tail up. Lastly, pull your hands towards your knees to create a nice isometric here. Hold. And now let's go round and round. Really feel the pads of your fingers. Spread those fingers wide, evenly and widely. Ha ha. Round and hold. Exhale, go back into your cat. Now in the cat position, I'm pressing my hands and knees away from the center line as I arch. Inhale, pulling the mat in towards the center line with my hands and knees, head and tail up. That's the cat pose, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. We're releasing the synovial fluid going up and down the spine, which helps the brain. All right, let's hold into a neutral spine and go the other way. So scrunch. You're looking over your shoulder and then come center. Scrunch, look over your shoulder, center. So feel those obliques as you go side to side. Yeah. All right, so staying in the center, let's do a little bit of a wrist release. Let's lean over to one side, flip, press the hand down, lean back some, and go side to side here. Be real gentle. Go back to your breath, and then release. Fingers in and out, roll, and then flick. Plant the hand where it was. Lean into that arm, release. Flip the palm so it faces up, lean back, go side to side. Be real gentle. You're just trying to release your wrists. All right, now, fingers in and out, roll, and then flick. All right, now, we're gonna do, and still staying in all fours, we're gonna focus on our hips and then do some knees to elbows. I'm not sure what you would call them. All right. Now we do a lot of this when we go in down dog. So we're going to do it on our knees first. Okay, hollow your bellies. Lean into one side. In fact, I'm going to face you guys. All right, leaning into one side. I'm going to lift this knee up. All right, so with the knee up, I'm going to lean into that right arm. So my right knee's up, leaning into the right arm. Now I'm going to roll round and round one way. Notice how you feel. Keep that Mula Bandha in. And now go the other way. I think I did 4 on one side. Okay. And then bring it down. Lean into the other. Activate Mula Bandha. Lift up. Lean into that same arm and then roll. You want to keep even here. Roll one way and then the other. So opening up the hips here. Good. And now bringing it down. All right. Now bring your feet back a little bit. Not your feet, your knees. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to lean into one side, lift up the knee, and then lean in and touch the elbow to the inside of the thigh, and then bring it back to all fours. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale. Touch the inside of the thigh to the elbow. Bring it back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Notice what's doing to your obliques, hollowing your belly. Inhale, exhale, leaning in. It's also an arm balancer. Yes, we do this. Lift up, come in our downward facing dog. In fact, we'll do it today. So lift up, exhale, and bring it down. Inhale, exhale. Bring it back, up, in. I hope you guys like this. All right, so that's that. Now let's take the knees out, toes to touch. Think about an imaginary hurdle here. Maybe draw your fingers and your hands forward, spread them wide. Big inhale, come over the imaginary hurdle and bring yourself down, your forehead down. This is the child's pose. Bring it back up. So if you have creaky knees, maybe you need to just softly, you don't go all the way, come up and down. Little by little, you're going a little further, up and over. Drop your shoulders as you come down, come up, and then forehead comes down. Bring it up and over, and then bring it down, up and over. As I come up and over, my shoulders drop down, my neck gets long. My mula bandha activates, my pelvis comes towards my nose. And then I bring it back down. Inhale, exhale. Good. All right, now hold it here with your forehead on the ground. Let's shear side to side. So your nose goes one way, then the other way. You're going to feel a massage on your forehead, and you're going to feel the muscles activate on each leg as you go towards it. Keep the breath flowing, the smile going. Good. And then hold it in the middle and breathe. Now we'll turn this into a puppy pose and a prep for downward facing dog. All right, press in the tops of feet, lift up. Take your hands to the corners of the mat, draw your knees back a teens. All right. Now, rib cage is in. You're going to think about your hairline coming down. So draw your hairline down. Keep your hips over your knees. So your butt's up in the air. And now we go side to side. You're going to really feel this in your armpits and your shoulders. Keep the fingers spread wide. Draw the rib cage in. Side to side. You're on your hairline. Your nose goes one way, the other, and then it goes the other way. So side to side, you really feel a stretch there. Okay, cool. Now, settle in the middle. Now, slowly walk your way back. Now we're going to go into a double saddle to get the quads. Swim your hands back and bring it back. So double saddle, one of my favorites. Roll the shoulders. Now, press the pelvis up, bend the elbows. Press down into the mat with the tops of your feet for a strengthener, and then bend your elbows, come down. So it's a stretcher and a strengthener at the same time. Now, there's many of you who have a hard time with this. I know I used to. So set your hip, sit down on one of your hips, drop your forearm down, grab the ankle, and now press it back. So you're looking for this stretch here. Pull the heel in, hold, or if you feel better pulsing, that's fine. When you're done with one side, go to the other side, forearm down, hand on the shin, pull back. Yes. Whoo. And you runners and golfers out there, anybody, you have to stretch. Well, may I please suggest that you stretch your quads as much as you stretch your hands. All right. If you do them evenly, you're going to be in good stead. All right. So now let's come back up. Let's come back into, now we're going into a downward facing dog. So spread your fingers wide, have the fingers going towards the corners of the mat so that when you slide them in, they're shoulder width distance, press the ground away and watch what's forward, the eyes of the elbows, which means when you bend your elbows, they go straight back. And that'll help you in what they call chaturanga, which is also known as half plank. So high plank, low plank, or half plank. All right, so let's roll up onto the tops of the knees, not the kneecaps. Press the pelvis forward. And now when you come down, long necks, draw your rib cage as far forward, squeeze the arms, come down, and then press it back up. So we're really getting an arm strengthener. Then come over the imaginary hurdle, drop your shoulders down, long necks, straight necks, press your pelvis forward, and now bend your elbows, squeeze your upper arms into your sides, and come down halfway, chaturanga. Exhale forward, pull forward, long necks, pelvis towards the nose, squeeze the arms, come down halfway, and then bring it up. All right, so that was for your arms. Now you're ready for downward facing dog. I'll go sideways. So planting your hands, inhale, prep, exhale, tuck toes, press the mat away, straighten your legs, and then bring your head towards your torso, drop your chin. Now you want to lengthen or keep it short. Some people love a long down dog. Others like the short ones. All right, so I'm gonna make it a short one today. So if you want to join me, walk your feet towards your nose and then just press down. Roll your shoulders. As you plant your hands, roll your shoulders. Shoulders come to the outsides. If they're to the outsides, then press your elbows in and then your head down. Whew, press the mat away. So there's a lot of isometrics in this pose. Your heels will probably be here. Your knees will probably be bent. I was born in the circus, not really, but that's why I'm so flexible. So don't look at me and judge yourself. No judgment in yoga, okay? Drop your chin. Woo. And now let's walk the hands towards the legs and do a quick little twist. All right, I'm going to release this left hand, grab the opposite ankle, big inhale for the torso to lengthen. Exhale, use the arm strength and twist. Look through the arm. Now I've got hyperextended arms. And so when you're that flexible, there's issues with it. So when you're strong, take it because I'm so flexible. I'm working for strength. So no judgment, you guys. All right, let's bring that hand back where it was. Big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release the other arm. Grab the ankle and twist. Yes, use your arm strength to twist. Looking under that left arm. Excuse me for the audio feedback. All right, and there you go. Your knees are probably soft, and it doesn't matter where you are. Now let's walk it into a down dog, a regular down dog. Whew. All right, now let's do some of those knees to elbows while we're in our down dog. All right, so leaning into one side, activate your core. Let's sweep that right leg up. So I've got my right leg. You may have something else. You might have your left leg. All right, twist the torso to open up. Externally rotate that hip and stack it with the other one. Bend the leg and rotate. Rotate the top leg. All right, now we're going to take that knee to the elbow. Drop the hip down, even with the other. And then on your next exhale, lean in, touch the elbow, the knee to the elbow, and then take it back up. Now you can make it even harder. You can bend the elbows, do the same one. Now, bend your elbows as they come in. This is chaturanga arms. That's harder. Or keep them straight. One more time. This is the third time. It's a charm. See, I'm resting my torso. It's a twist. All right, bring it up. And then bring it down. So when I do the other side, you can see where I'm resting my torso. Okay? So let's do the other side. All right, leaning into one side of your body. I'm sweeping my left leg high. Woo! Hold it. And now externally rotate that left leg and stack the hips, one hip over the other. Bend the top leg and rotate ankles. Keep breathing. All right, now we're going to do that same thing. Drop the hip and now lean in, kind of like not a chaturanga. Keep your arms straight, so it's high plank. Left knee to left elbow. Take it up. Three-legged dog. Now I'm going to bend my arms into chaturanga, and you're going to see where this opposite arm goes. All right, ready? Big inhale to prepare. Exhale. Now watch, my torso twists, and I lay my torso on my elbow, my arm, and then I bring it back up.
One more time. Third is a charm. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Lay the torso, twist, and then touch the elbow. All right, bring it back up. And now take the foot down. Woo! Back into down dog. Good. And now bring your knees down. Let's do the same thing, but with your forearms down. It's called dolphin. Drop your forearms down. So notice your elbows are inside the length of your shoulders. So elbows, forearms down, bring your hands together and just kind of shake hands. All right, now tuck your toes, take a big inhale. To prepare, exhale. Send your legs straight, as straight as they can go, and then bring your head through your upper arms. Now, this takes a lot of flexibility in your shoulders. You might be here, and that's all right. Go where you can. Bring your toes together. Breathe. It takes a lot of strength here. Keep pressing your forearms into the mat and tuck your torso, your rib cage in. Breathe. Let's bend one leg. So notice how my shin is parallel. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, exhale, come forward and bring the knee to the armpit. Take it up. Exhale, bring it down. Just the shin to parallel to the mat. Exhale, take it up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Take the elbow to the armpit. Bring it back up. One more time. Inhale, let it hold. Exhale, up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, touch your knee to the armpit and take it back up. Bring it down into child's pose. That was tough, all right? I hand it to you, my friends. Thank you for staying with me. So forehead down, feet by your hands by your feet, and just relax. Breathe, smile. Think again about that idea of always saying yes. And here's the thing, you don't have to say yes with your words. You could kind of just shut your mouth and smile. So in a political discussion, it's not like you're agreeing. You're just smiling and you're shutting your mouth. So try not to disagree. It's just a test. It's just a test to see how you do. Be interesting in this day and age. All right, so now slide your hands forward. We're going to do the second side. All right, now I'll move over here so you can see what it looks like. Okay. Drop it down to the dolphin. Your elbows are within shoulder distance, hands come together. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, tuck toes, straighten legs, and bring your head through the window. Or keep it here, keep it wherever it goes. All right, now tuck your rib cage in and breathe. And now bend that shin. Hold it. Big inhale. Exhale, take it up. Inhale, bring it down. Hold. Exhale, take it up. Hold it. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Take that left knee to the left armpit. Hold. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale. Exhale, up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Knee to armpit or upper arm. Exhale, take it up. Okay, if you have a cramp, bring it down. Inhale. Exhale, up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. Hold. Exhale, up. And now bring it down. Okay, everybody. Good job. If you don't do anything all day, you have accomplished something. Bring your forehead down, palms up by your feet, and roll back and forth. Let's have everything melt into the mat. God. That took a lot of breath. Man, that took a lot of energy. Good. All right. So let's do the sequence, the arm balancing sequence. Okay. Slide your hands. This time we're going to do, we're going to go in it from down dog. All right. So hands starred towards the corners of the mat. Press your arms straight. Take a big inhale. Hollow your bellies, tuck your toes. Exhale, straighten your arms and take it back into down dog. Walk your dogs. So heel toe, so it's like roll up to the toes and then the heels down. Draw your chin in. Whoo, go to where you can. Lengthen the area between your shoulders by rolling your shoulders to the outsides of the mat, elbows in, press down. Now when you're looking at your legs, you do not see your heels because your feet are somewhat pigeon-toed, legs inwardly rotate, draw your shoulders down. Whoo, whoo. All right, so now just do your breath. Good. All right, so we're going to do what they call the falling star, and then we'll take it down to a supported arm balance. Okay, so leaning into the left side, let's activate the core, sweep that leg up. Then bring it in towards your nose. Now, from here, twist a bit, take the foot over. Now, lean in, so you're going over towards it's almost a plank pose. Bring the right arm, whatever arm comes in, star it, lean in so that your shoulder is over the wrist and then sweep it. So here is the fallen star. All right, now from here, this leg here that's over, the right leg for me, bring it down in line with your forward wrist. Press your hips towards the side of the mat and really, really, really stretch. Get as long of a torso as you can by pressing your head forward. Okay, now this foot comes out because you need it as a kickstand. And we're going to lean in to the standing arm and then lift up on that leg. So you're on it's balancing. Big inhale. Let's take the upper arm, flank it. The thumb goes towards the back of the body and press your rib cage up. Yes, really nice, everyone. Now let's bend both the knee and the elbow and bring it towards the center line. Crunch for the obliques. Inhale out. Really stretch that same side, but guess what? You're kind of crunching this. See if you can make it, not crunch it too much. Okay, in and then out. In, out. In, out. In, out. I think it was 6 times, right? All right. Keep stretching. Good. And then bringing it down. Whoo, 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 whoo. All right. Let's stretch that back leg. We're going to do something in between. Press down on that heel. So feel it in your heel. It's called sunbird pose. So nice calf stretch. Now, let's lean in to this opposite arm. So is that what we're doing? No, we're leaning into this arm. All right. So use this arm to press up and encourage the Mula Bandha to stay in. So now sweep this arm out and lift up the back leg. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Big inhale, lengthen, lift up. Exhale, bring the knee in towards the nose using the free arm. Inhale out and long. Exhale in. Inhale out. Keep that Mula Bandha safe. Exhale in. Or no, it's the lower back safe. Okay, bring it out. Lift it up. Bend the back leg. Swim the arm around. This opposite knee comes towards where I can grab the ankle. Then, now that I grab the ankle, take the knee back to where it was. Drop the hips even, and now press up. Keep the belly in. Mula Bandha. Press the heel up, 10-degree, leaning into that nice standing arm, and then slowly release. All right, now I'm going to go this side so I can show you.
see me. So now I'm going to roll the wrist because it kind of gave it a nice workout there. All right. So from here, we're going back into our downward facing dog. Inhale, really tight area here. Exhale, tuck toes, press the legs straight and the arms, your head through your arms. Lean into the opposite arm. So now taking the right, sweeping it up, twisting, and then bending, roll. Good. All right, now I'm going to drop that hip, bring it in, and then take it over here. You know what, you guys? I believe we did that right. That same side. All right, you got to the other side. All right, leaning into this side, sweep the left leg high. Sorry about that. All right, now draw the knee in, and now take the opposite. You're twisting, take the opposite leg, release the opposite hand, bring it in, star it. Now we're gonna lean in, shoulder over wrist, and twist. Hello, hello, this is the fallen star. Keep pressing away, keep smiling, keep breathing. And now take that leg and bend it. All right, so now we're into supported stance. This foot, bring it behind you so that you get more leverage. I'm making this hand go a little bit further. I'm leaning into it and now lifting up on that leg. So go to where it's comfortable. Lift up, everyone. Now, this hand, pivot the thumb towards the back, and now press the rib cage up. You feel that nice stretch? Big inhale, and now exhale, bend knee and elbow and crunch. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, obliques. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, obliques. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. And now let it hold. Beauty, beauty, beauty. And then bringing it down. Let's do the sunbird on the other side. Straighten that back leg. Press the heel back. Lean in to that arm of the long leg, same arm, yes? Use the fingers to encourage the Mula Bandha to come in, yeah? And now, release the arm forward and lift up the back leg. Woo! Lift up, lengthen. Pull in the Mula Bandha. Inhale, long. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, long. Exhale, crunch. So your neurological system's really working. Crunch. Inhale, long. And now, bend, pivot, and swim the hand around. Grab that ankle, lock it in with a flexed foot. Now lean into your standing arm, bring the knee behind it, and now press up. Pull that Mula Bandha in. I'm really having to pivot my pelvis. And hollow the belly. Ooh, that feels good. Keep breathing, keep smiling, and then slowly with control, press that hand down. Walk your knees back, and now let's come down flat. Leaning forward, drop it down. All the way flat. Good, we're gonna do some back bends. We really need to condition this area for the core. All right, so from here, I want you to lift up your pelvis, lift up your tail and pivot. Now, drop it down, pubic bone into the mat, hollow belly. That allows you safety to bring your forearms forward for Sphinx. Okay, arms are shoulder width distance, fingers spread wide, toes pressed in to the mat. Let your glutes relax. I know it's very strange, but this feels so good. I love this. All right, now we're gonna lift up the hands, bring them together, stack the hands, press down, elbows out. Now pull your rib cage forward, and now your chin far forward. Release those hands, bring them to the back. Create fists, press down on the glutes. Press the pubic bone in, hollow the belly, then lift up. Breathe. This is called a form of locust which I absolutely love. Variations rule. You got lots of creativity here. Nose pointed down. We're practicing mindfulness here. We're in a very awkward position, but we're maintaining our poise and calm. So see how the fingers are so close together? Let's activate the core, interlace them, the fingers, and then straighten them. Bring the heels of the hands together. Notice what happened to your chest. If you have bandwidth, lift up on the knuckles, lift up on the heels, keep smiling, keep breathing. Whoo, we are conditioning. You're saying to your lower back, please stay healthy. Keep that belly in, and then release. Chin comes down. All right, now let's just inhale, lengthen, exhale, bring your nose to one side. Let your one head rest, nose going towards one side, and breathe. Oh, does that feel good? Relaxing is a really good exercise for your neck. It's also really good to rest in between really working hard. All right, let's lift up, activate your core, bring your nose to the opposite side and give it the same amount of time in your rest. I think we did 3 breaths. All right, now next is Cobra. Activate your core. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Re-lengthen your legs. I really find that to be a good exercise. From here, pivot your pelvis towards your nose, press your pubic bone in, and now try to press the mat forward as you lift up. Arms come in to your side bodies, drop your shoulders, relax your glutes, press your toes in. Cobra, everybody. Now everybody's Cobra looks different. Some are really low, some can be really high depending on if you're feeling pretty good and you've already done some back bends. So go to where you can, pull your heart through, and you're gonna feel it in your biceps and triceps. Really spread your fingers wide and press the pads of the fingers in. And as you come down, pull your rib cage forward. Good. All right, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Now bend your legs. Let's rock them side to side, and let's do the bow pose. Now, some of you may need to do one leg at a time, and it's no big deal. So for those of you, do that. Okay, bring one arm, grab the ankle, and the other side will be straight, and you'll lift up. That'll be for you. If you can get both legs at the same time, get the ankle, lock it in with a flex foot, and then bring the heels in hip width distance. Press the pubic bone in and your pelvis towards your nose. Get really calm. On your next inhale, practice mindfulness. Slowly press your heels up. Notice what's happening to your chest. Your arms are so far back that it's open, you see? Take your heels to any degree and just breathe. Smile. Here we're getting the love handles, everybody. Keep breathing, smiling, and then when you're ready, release the knees down, release your hands, and then just bring your chin down. Rock, rock, rock. Whew. Slide your hands kind of by where your waist is. Press them in. Use your arm strength, and then take it into a child's pose. Knees way out, toes to touch. Bring it forward. Okay, press this area, your lower back, press it out. Tuck your chin a little bit here, and then go side to side. Try to release your lower back from those back bends. Good. Roll round and round if you feel like that feels good. And now, I'm gonna press up and bring it into a quick hip opener, all right? So sliding one knee forward, same foot over. Now slide your hips back. You may need a block. If you don't need the block, no big deal. Whatever, it's not a big deal. Do not judge yourself. Legs, back legs straight and toe pointed. Arms can stack, or you can bring the block in. Just be here for a moment, just to open the hips.
we carry lots of stress in the hips. Hollow your belly. You know what? Maybe you don't carry a whole lot of stress. Maybe you don't carry any stress in your hips. Don't want to plant anything in there for you. All right, so just holding it for a moment. Slide your hands under your shoulders.
Press up, sit down in that hip. Keep that core activated. Bring the leg around. Arm comes quarter length. Press in. You have your weight on that right, and then twist. Great twist. Whoo. And then come back through half pigeon. Press your arms in, and now slide your leg back. Now, opposite knee slides in towards the wrist. The same foot goes to the other side of the mat. Slide the opposite leg down. You may need a block, which is totally perfectly fine. If not, drop your
Torso down, wiggle around a little bit. Let all the stress release if you have any. Let it all go into the ground. The ground can support it. Try to get the same amount of time on this side. Always nice to release the hips. Well, when you're ready, slide your hands, press up, sit down on that hip or that side, bring the leg around, arm comes quarter length, really straighten that torso, big inhale, lengthen, exhale, look over your shoulder. God, what a great twist. And then release. All right, now on both sitting bones, let's pivot and let's get into the boat. We were in the bow, now we're in the boat. Bring your hands together. Big inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Keep pressing in. All right, so your legs are hip width distance. This is really good. Keep hollowing. Now hands come behind. Bring your lower back down. Now, when you feel your lower back, let's bring the hands behind, create a hammock, let your head rest. Now, with the legs, your lower back is pressing down into the ground. Let's straight and bend. Bend, stretch. Yes. Now, we're going to add in a roll. Add in a roll. So, keeping those elbows out, rolling back and forth, concaving the belly. Very nice, everyone. Good. Side to side, and then release. Whew. All right, bringing your feet into what they call the happy baby. So feet to the ceiling and then out, arms come in, inside and wrap around. Now you can use your elbows and arm strength to open up those legs. Drop the chin some, drop the shoulders. Whew, let's turn this into a sequence, starting with the left side. Bring the left foot down, knee to the ceiling, left hand to your waist. Now use your right arm to increase the attention on that right leg. Slide the left leg long, flex, and hold. Ah, that feels so good. Now just let that left heel drop, and we'll change it into what they call wind removing pose. Now, hands on the knee, press it into the armpit. From here, release the left hand, bring it into supine twist. Left hand brings that knee over, drop the knee hip width distance, extend the arm, big inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Whoo, isolating torso from hips, smiling, breathing. We always do the right side first, squeezing that right side, and now bring it in towards your chest. Good, and now we're gonna take it into a happy baby again. Bring it down, knees around, knees to the sides, elbows pressing down, holding a bit. And now we're gonna release this side. Foot down, knee to the ceiling, hand to the waist. Work on getting a nicer stretch there. And then straighten the leg, flex the foot, pull it in. And now, when you're ready, release that leg. Both hands come to the shin. Press the knee in the armpit. Hold Turning into a supine twist, release the right hand, guide the left knee across the midline as you straighten that other arm. Big inhale to lengthen, exhale, twist, really isolating torso from the hips. Wow, does that feel good? And then to safely release, slide the hand underneath and bring those knees in. All right, everybody, wrap your hands around your knees, squeeze every muscle in towards the midline. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. This is going to really help for the relaxation. And then exhale, Shavasana. Woo! Toes flop open, dig your elbows in, wiggle around to where you feel really, really good. Straighten out your clothing. And then here we go, relax. Go back to your breath. Soften your face, open up your jaw. Go back to the breath. That's natural. And then here's the trick. Every time your mind strays, reel it back in like you would a dog or a child. Reel it back into the center. Your center being your nostrils. Now notice whether it's an emotion, whether it's a thought, whether it's a sensation like, ooh, I'm cold, which is really a thought. Acknowledge it, let it happen, and then pull it back into the center. See, eventually you become the observer of your life, which you are all along. You're just noticing that you're the observer. And once you're the observer, you can change. You can become aware of something you want to change. You notice your behavior, and then you say, I'm going to do something different. Only if you want to. So guys, stay here for about 5 minutes. If you can't do it now, maybe later on today, go sit in a bench outside. What a beautiful day. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide your practice today. As always, such a huge privilege. May the light, the love, the wisdom, and the teacher in me salute the light, the love, the wisdom, and the teacher in you. And until next time, namaste.